The original melanated people of this planet, who were once the perfect picture of health, are now leading in nearly every preventable disease globally. Our indigenous foods and cultural practices kept us 95% disease-free. Over time, as we adopted a foreign dietary lifestyle, our physical and mental health severely declined. I gathered over 15 years of experience as a registered nurse and African holistic practitioner to address this complex challenge in my new book, High-Vibration Nutrition. This is a simple guide to healing through our culture and flourishing in wellness once again. Get the High-Vibration Nutrition book by Banasset Kine Seknet at Amazon. Also, get limited edition autographed copies of the book at kemeticwellness.com. If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Peace, Chem family. It's me, Banasset, your African holistic health nurse for Kemetic Wellness, and I'm back with another video. Today, we are talking about low vibration people eat low vibration food. If you're new here, my name is Banasset. I am a licensed registered nurse and energy healer. I focus on generational healing through African holistic health because your healing is in your culture. At Kemetic Wellness, we heal ourselves using language, energy medicine, nutrition, and sacred movement. So if any of that resonates with you, please keep watching. So let's talk about it. Low vibration people eat low vibration food. Let me explain. Everything that exists is vibrating on a particular frequency. Universal energy exists in everything that exists. So universal energy is the essence of the universe, the essence of creation. And every living being has this essence within them. This is called your life force energy or your internal vital energy. This is what keeps you alive. The Kemetic calls this life force Sekem. Everything that exists is in constant motion because of this internal energy. So even things that look like they are still are in constant motion. So for example, if you took a video of a plant, which to the naked eye may look like it's still, may look like it's not moving. If you took a video of a plant over a period of weeks or months, you would see that it is not still. It is moving. It's in constant motion. And this motion creates a vibration. And that vibration is measured in frequency. Okay, that's what frequency means. It's a measurement of energy. It's a measurement of vibration. As a human being, a living, breathing, sentient being, you are an electric being. And your vibration is measured in terms of frequency. So a healthy human being vibrates on a much higher frequency than an unhealthy human being. That's what I mean when I say low vibration people versus high vibration people. Okay? This is not my opinion. This is science. Now, our ancestors always knew this. You can see it in their lifestyle and also in the texts that they left behind, particularly in ancient Kemet. But some of y'all think just like Wazungu, and you need everything to be scientifically proven for you to understand it, even when it's literally common sense. So here is the science. In the 1920s, there was a researcher by the name of Dr. Royal Raymond Rife who created one of the first biofrequency monitors. And Dr. Rife found that certain frequencies can prevent disease, and certain frequencies can even destroy disease. Now, even before him, there was Tesla, Nikola Tesla. You may have heard the name Tesla before if you're familiar with that electrical car. So it was Tesla who asserted that certain frequencies can heal the human body. It was Tesla who said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And this is why I don't use huge medical jargon to explain things, because every human being should know how to take care of themselves, and it should be very, very simple. I intentionally speak in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. One of my teachers used to say, if you can't break it down so that a 5-year-old can understand you, you ain't that deep. Okay? There was another scientist named Bruce Taino who created a frequency monitor, and he supposedly discovered that a healthy human body vibrates on a frequency of 62 to 78 megahertz. A healthy human body vibrates on a frequency of 62 to 78 megahertz. Now, a sick person vibrates much lower than that. So again, this is what I mean when I say a person who is healthy vibrates on a much different frequency than a person who is sick. Disease begins when the frequency of the human body drops to 60 megahertz. So this is when you start to see so-called minor illnesses like colds and flu, headaches, things like that. When the human frequency drops down to 55 megahertz, this is when you see chronic disease in the body. So overgrowth of yeast, candida, skin rashes, hypertension, diabetes, arthritis, mental problems like depression and anxiety. This is chronic disease that develops when the human body is at a frequency of 55 megahertz or lower. When the human body drops down to a frequency of 50 megahertz or lower, this is when you'll see degenerative diseases like organ failure. Okay, so heart failure. Your skeletal system doesn't work as well as it should. You're losing your mobility due to arthritis or degenerative disc disease. You're on dialysis due to kidney failure. Your whole body is breaking out in sores, psoriasis, eczema. Okay? Dementia. You're losing your mental faculties. This is what happens when the human body drops down to a frequency of 50 megahertz or lower. By the time your frequency gets down to 42 megahertz, this is when cancer develops. You may even see multiple organ failure. And at this point, your body is telling you that you either need to make drastic changes or you are on your way to leaving the land of the living. By the time you get down to a frequency of 25 megahertz, it means that too much damage has been done. This is either because you have had a terrible accident or because your body is in a state of irreversible disease. This also happens when you are in old age. So as we age, we do leave or we do lose some of our life force energy. So when you get to be about a century old, your life force, you're not going to have the same life force as you did when you were much younger, even if you are in the best health that you can be at that age. So when you get down to a frequency of 25 megahertz, it means that your life force is leaving you and that being deceased is imminent. Now, that being said, everyone has the power to raise or lower your frequency. It's not a static thing. Okay? It's simply a choice. It's a choice and it's a lifestyle. Everything that you come into contact with can either raise or lower your frequency. So let's talk about some of the things that can raise or lower your frequency. You have living beings, other living beings. So people. You have people who energize you and you have people who drain you. So people who energize you make you feel alive. They make you feel joyful. They make you feel at peace and comfortable and safe. And people who drain you make you feel, you will literally feel tired after listening to them or interacting with them. You may feel uneasy. You may feel like your skin is crawling by being next to them. You'll feel unsafe around them. You'll feel anxious around them. Okay, so other people can raise or lower your vibration. You have people who are very, very kind and loving, and you walk away feeling more of yourself after interacting with them. And then you have people who are very toxic and abusive, and being in a relationship, any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, family, co-worker situation, with someone who has a very low vibration, can not only make you feel terrible, but eventually can make you sick if you stay too long. You also have other living beings, such as plants and animals. Plants typically raise the vibration of any space that they're in. So that's one of the ways to raise the vibration of your home, is through plants. And you also have animals. So a lot of people have animals as therapy. They have support dogs and support animals. Actually helps a lot of people with grief, with sadness, with anxiety. Another thing that can raise or lower your frequency is sound. So you have the spoken word. This is one of the reasons that I have a playlist of Black formations where I am speaking positive things and powerful words. Because I know the power of words. I know the power of words to heal you, and also the power of words to make you ill. And people who are toxic do this as well with their words. They speak negativity over you, either directly to you with insults, or to other people about you through gossip and slander. So you have the spoken word. You also have music. And music vibrates on a very, very high frequency. Most musical tones are above 400 megahertz, all the way up past 900 megahertz, depending on the tones of the music and the instruments that are used. So you have instruments like piano, guitar, trumpet, the harp, the drums, All of these instruments emit a certain vibration and a certain frequency. And when you come into contact with them, this is why they say that it's only music that can soothe the wild beasts. Music is very, very powerful. And you have these parasitic beings who run the music industry, who know this very well, and they use music to lower your frequency. This is why they use a lot of artificial beats, a lot of artificial music to disrupt your frequency. And they also only put money behind artists who will speak certain derogatory, nasty, disgusting, low vibration things over music. Or they're calling it music. It's actually filth. It's actually a spell. Okay? You also have images that can raise or lower your frequency. This is one of the reasons that I use the language of ancient Kemet, the Middle Nature, to heal as a healing tool. The written language of Middle Nature, which means divine words or divine speech, it uses symbols, and they're symbols of things that you would see in nature to communicate something. So when you see them and you use these images, when you read them and when you write them and when you do the translations, it raises your vibration. I'm telling you that Middle Nature study groups are healing sessions. They're healing sessions. Now, the media knows the power of images also to raise or lower your frequency. This is why I do not watch the news, because the news only portrays negative imagery. All they put on the news are accidents, all of the horrible crimes that are happening out here. It's a constant inundation of negativity. Negative image after negative image after negative image. Again, those who run the entertainment industry know this very, very well, and they use the media as a form of gossip and slander. Now, people who are asleep and unaware do not realize that that is what's happening when they're watching certain programming. That's why it's called programming, because that's what it's doing. What entertains you trains you. So those of you who love to watch those degrading shows like the Maury Show, the Jerry Springer Show, those housewives shows, those basketball wives shows, those things are not only a form of slander, so they're letting people know around the world that this is who you are. But it's also a way to train you, because everyone thinks that being on television is a form of success. Being well known, being famous is a form of success. So they intentionally take the most mentally ill, the most unpleasant, disgusting, derogatory people from our community and give them a platform to be viewed by the world and to be viewed by you, so that you think this is something to aspire to. And this is why you see things that were at one point unacceptable. Like it's unacceptable to curse people out, be nasty, be rude. But you see people becoming more and more rude. Like you'll hear people now, I'm going to read her, or I'm going to read him. Even the twerking thing, it's like y'all are set on a twerking mode because you're constantly seeing these images. And you think that it's normal, to where you see professional women who are supposed to be professional, well-educated, well-trained, behaving like trash. And it's because they watch this trash TV. Okay? Images have the power to raise or lower your frequency. Then you have environment. So nature is one of the ways that you can use your environment to raise your frequency. So natural environments like beaches and parks and mountains, waterfalls, just being in contact with or being in proximity to plants in abundance, natural resources like water, and air, fresh air, is healing to you. Scientists have even found that the air at natural sites like at waterfalls and mountains have what's called negative ions in the air. And they actually positively charge your auric field when you come into contact with them. So just breathing in that air is raising your vibration. So you have environments, on the other hand, that lower your vibration. So polluted environments, for example, very angry, toxic, even filthy environments like a nasty, dirty home will lower your vibration and can even make you physically sick. This is one of the reasons that I left New York, because New York can be a very angry place. Everyone is rushing. It's too crowded. Shout out to New York. I love New York. I never thought I would leave, but I'm glad I did, to be honest with you. I remember when I used to get on the train to go to work, when I worked in the middle of Penn Station area, I would have to get off at Penn Station, and I remember feeling so overwhelmed and anxious when I would see, it looked like a whole army or a whole sea of people just rushing towards me. It was like whoosh, like you could just see this whole army of people just rushing towards you, and it was very overwhelming to my nervous system. That was one of the reasons I didn't want to go to that job anymore, because I couldn't take that. Okay, so environment. You'll notice that in a lot of those bigger cities as well, there's a very large population of mentally ill and homeless people. In cities like New York, DC, Atlanta, you will see homeless people everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? The environment itself is very, very toxic. And then you have food, which is our main subject today. Food. You have low vibration food and you have high vibration foods. Now, high vibration foods are foods that nourish the body. These are foods that when you eat them, they are high in mineral content. They are high in water content, which the body needs because you are over 80% water. They are high in fiber. They are high in phytonutrients. They are high in electricity. They are electric foods. They are high in vitality. So when you consume them, it increases your own vitality. These are high vibration foods. Then you have low vibration foods. These are foods that deplete the body of energy. They are devitalized. These are foods that are very, very far from nature, meaning they have either taken a natural plant, a natural food, and they have broken it down to the point that it no longer resembles its natural form at all, and no longer has any of the nutrients that it had in its natural form. This is an overly processed, devitalized food. You also have foods that have nothing to do with nature at all. They're completely artificial, man-made lab foods. You have genetically modified foods as well, okay? Micrograved foods. Yes, micrograve. Because it's killing the food and killing you too. Okay, these are low vibration foods. We're going to talk about them more in a second. So low vibration foods or low vibration people do multiple things to keep their vibration low, and food is just one of them. And on the contrary, high vibration people also do multiple things to keep their vibration high. Okay, not just one thing. It's a lifestyle. So what is a low vibration person? A low vibration person is a disconnected person. Okay, that is a low vibration person. A disconnected person. Someone who is disconnected from truth, disconnected from their authentic selves, disconnected from reality. And they're often disconnected because they eat a diet that is disconnected from nature. And this is in part how they either create a disconnected state or how they maintain this disconnected state. This is how they create or maintain their low vibration, with low vibration foods. And people who exist on a low frequency, on a low vibration, they often become disconnected because they're raised by someone who's disconnected. And it's their parents, their upbringing, that teaches them how to be disconnected, either through abuse and lies and manipulation and a horrible diet. So disconnected parents raise their children on a very low vibration diet. Their children eat nothing but hot dogs, cookies, cakes, candy, all type of sugar, all type of bread, all type of fast food. They have a diet that's high in processed food, high in low vibration foods, and very, very low in natural fruits and vegetables. Okay, so they raise you with bad nutrition and bad diet habits. And then when the child behaves in a way that is evidence that they are disconnected, meaning they can't sit and concentrate, they don't listen, okay? People want to make it seem like there's something wrong with the child, diagnosing the child with all types of different things, operational defiant disorder, ADHD, all type of things. No, the child's brain development is off because they don't have the proper nutrients for their mental faculties to be at an optimal state. So the child is behaving all types of crazy. And they're being raised by a parent who doesn't have good sense enough to feed the child proper nutrition. that's a disconnected person. And then you grow up in a society that's also disconnected, like Western society. And you think being disconnected is normal because everybody else around you is doing it. So Western society, in ancient Kemet, they called the West Amenta, which was also the land of the deceased. So that's actually how Western society functions, like the land of the dead, the land of zombies. Everyone is some type of zombie, whether you're a food zombie, just eating and eating past the point that you're full, no connection at all to the food, no connection to how the food is affecting your body, no connection to what the food is doing to the body. Or you're some other type of zombie. You're a corn zombie, if you know what I mean. You're addicted to corn. You're addicted to pharmaceuticals. You're a social media zombie or a TV zombie. Okay, so you grow up in a society of zombies, people who look like they're alive, or they're breathing, but they're not quite living. And they're also not yet deceased. They're somewhere in between. Zombies. Okay? So you think it's normal. When you are in a low vibration state, it means that you are very drained of your life force. Your life force energy is low. And this is why you tend to have very little energy. You're fatigued because you have less vitality. Okay? And this shows up in all 4 levels of wellness. So you exist in a low emotional state, meaning you're always in a state of fear. Everything scares you. And some of y'all don't even realize this. Some of y'all don't even realize how you come across. But people who exist on a higher vibration, people who are ascended, will hear it. They'll hear it in your speech. They'll hear it in the way that you behave. People who are in a low vibrational emotional state, they are very fearful. They're very insecure, very anxious, depressed, discouraged. Okay, I posted in the community tab that emotional spiral that shows where emotions lay on a frequency scale. So these are very low emotional states, okay? Boredom. They operate from a place of unworthiness, jealousy, hatred. These are all low vibration emotional states. This also shows up for them in a low mental state. So low vibration people tend to lack focus. They may have poor cognition. They may be incoherent and illogical. Okay? Poor concentration, poor communication. This is a low vibration mental state. Low vibration people will also operate on a low vibration physical state. So this is physical illness, hormonal problems, skin rashes, constipation. They're always constipated. Okay? Everyone that I see who has chronic illness is also chronically constipated. You didn't know you were supposed to take the trash out or the whole house would stink. You didn't know you were supposed to poop more than once every 3 weeks. You didn't know. And they're the same ones who will tell you, oh, this is normal for me. I've never gone more than once or twice a week. Yeah, because you're chronically constipated, because you chronically eat a low vibration diet. You do not eat the proper foods that would allow you to have good digestion. So you are chronically backed up with waste. You haven't taken the garbage out. Okay? They have other physical problems, hair falling out, hypertension, arrhythmias, blood sugar problems, kidney problems, bone deficiencies, they arthritis acting up, okay, gout, gut problems, all of these things. I could go on and on and on with the physical problems. But when your body is in poor health, it is a sign that you are in a low vibrational state. You are on a low vibrational frequency. They also have a low vibration spiritual state. So they have psychic disturbances and frequent psychic misinterpretations. Okay. Nightmares, all types of sleep issues. Either they can't get to sleep, so they have insomnia, or they sleep too much. Always tired, sleep all day. And you know they say that sleep is the cousin to death. Think about that. Okay? They're self-conscious. They have a lack of faith. They have a lack of divine connection. And you'll hear this on both ends, not only from people who are religious, because being religious doesn't mean that you are divinely connected. It doesn't mean that you have a good connection with your creator. It's actually a form of spiritual disease to be a religious fanatic. Okay? Just as it is to be an atheist. Either being unaware of your connection to creation or feeling abandoned by the creator. This is a low vibration existence. And people who exist in this state exist there because they eat low vibration food. Low vibration people eat low vibration food. How do I know? How do I know? I know because I take care of these types of people every single day as a nurse. And they have different types of health conditions, all different types of health conditions, mental problems, chronic skin problems, gut health issues, all types of organ failure, heart failure, liver failure, kidney failure, pancreatic failure. And it doesn't matter what the condition is, these people all have one thing in common. They all eat a low vibration diet. Yeah. So, what is a low vibration diet? Okay. Low vibration people have no idea that food is actually fuel, that is the purpose of food. Okay, food is not just measured in terms of frequency, but another energy measurement of food is calories. Okay, because the food itself is fuel, it is energy. It is meant to increase, sustain, and maintain your vitality, your life force. So low vibration people eat in a way where they don't consider what the food is, if it's even food, what it's going to do to the body. They eat for all different types of reasons. They eat because of the taste. Oh, it tastes good, or I'm celebrating, or everyone else is eating, or it's a particular time of the day, never considering that they haven't pooped in 3 weeks and you don't need to eat a whole pizza because you're already backed up. Okay, they never consider these things. Okay, low vibration foods are unnatural foods. They're devitalized foods. They have no life. They have no vitality. They are low in nutrients. They are artificial. And when you consume them, they drain you of your life. I'm going to go into detail about this in a masterclass that I am teaching this month, okay? But I'll get into that later. Low vibration people have no idea what healthy food is, okay? When they ask me what they need to eat and I say green leafy vegetables, the only vegetable they've ever heard of is broccoli. If someone mentions broccoli to me, when I say green leafy vegetables, if someone mentions broccoli to me one more time, I'm going to lose it. Broccoli is not a green leafy vegetable, okay? When I start telling them what green leafy vegetables are, arugula, they've never heard of it. They've never heard of arugula. Most of them don't even know what an avocado is. Many of them have never heard of an avocado, which is insane to me. They've never heard of mustard greens, never heard of dandelion greens, never heard of Swiss chard, kale, turnip greens. They've never heard of any vegetable except for broccoli and spinach. Okay? Because low vibration people eat low vibration food. If it doesn't come in a package, they've never heard of it. When I tell them they need to be eating fruits with seeds, they have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay? Most of them have no idea that seedless fruit is fake. That's crazy to me. I don't understand how grown adults don't know that that's not real food. And these are the ones who will ask me, well, what's the reason that you should eat fruits with seeds? What's the significance of eating the fruit with the seeds? And I have to tell them it's a plant. It's a plant. The seed is what contains the genetic information of the fruit. If the fruit has no seeds, how did it get here? Where did that fruit come from? And you can see that that's the first time they've ever thought about that, which is sad. I'm talking about people who are like in their 60s and 70s who've never considered this. And then I asked them, have you ever seen a human being with no belly button? Now, if you did see a human being with no belly button, you would wonder, where did that human come from? Or if they're even human at all. And a lot of times that's when it clicks. Even though they're not going to do anything different, because low vibration people eat low vibration food. They love their low vibration food. And I know because I see the foods that they eat, and it's all the same. It's artificial. It's devitalized. It's packaged. It comes in a package. It's ready-made foods, fast food, junk food, microwave food. Microwave, yes. Okay? High meat consumption, high cheese, high dairy, low in natural fruits and vegetables. They love coffee. They love soda. They love candy. They love chips. They love fried food. They love bread. They love cookies. Low vibration people eat low vibration food. They love these foods. They love the foods that lower their vibration and keep them sick. Most of these people have a food vocabulary of about 10 to 20 different foods. They only know about 5 to 10 different fruits. They only know about 5 to 10 different vegetables. And then they know about animal discharge, I mean dairy. They know about dead animal flesh, I mean meat. Okay? They've never heard of any herbs except peppermint and rosemary, and they don't even use them. And these are the same types of people who think that they're going to be limited by eating plant-based when there are literally endless types of natural foods, endless fruit, endless vegetables, endless nuts, seeds, grains, herbs. It's endless. You'll never know all of them. These are the same people who eat about the same 10 to 20 different foods, but think that eating a plant-based lifestyle is limiting. And this is why they're sick. They're sick because their vibration is low, and their vibration is low because they only eat low vibration foods. Now, if this describes you and you feel attacked and you feel like I've just dragged you for filth in this video, don't worry. There's a solution. Okay? Don't get upset. Don't get mad and start typing me long, angry messages in the comment section. Okay? It doesn't have to be this way. Okay? As I said earlier, everyone has the ability to either raise or lower their frequency. It is a choice. Living a low vibration life is a choice. So what's the solution? Well, I'm glad you asked. Detox yourself. Detox your CELLF, your self, like your cells. Detox yourself. That is the name of the masterclass that I'm going to be teaching on February 17th. Detox yourself. I'm going to go in depth about how low vibration foods affect your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual state, and what to do about it. And because I'm so generous, I've left the link for this class in the description bar and also pinned to the comment section. Okay? So, I love to hear your comments and your feedbacks. You can leave it for me in the comment section. That's all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.